You place the dried mandrake root in the mortar. You grind the dried mandrake root into a fine powder. It doesn't require a spit and polish. You carefully remove the mandrake root powder from the mortar. The powdery substance is straight from the mortar. You carefully place the mandrake root powder in the bowl. The bottom of the bowl is covered with fine mandrake root powder. A strong fishy smell emanates. You pour 2 spoonfuls of fish oil into the bowl. The despicable cat slips away from your grasp with a fierce scratch to your arm. The despicable...
You'll get what's coming to you, Gwydion. I used to be his favorite. Wasn't hissing a big enough hint? Wasn't... You'll... I don't think I've marked your room today. Wasn't... You'll... I don't think... You... Wasn't...
You are not... You are not... The room is cold, empty, and you are not... The room... The despicable... You are not... The room is cold. The room... Nimbly, you grab the nasty cat by the scruff of its neck, avoiding its needle-sharp claws. And now that you have it, what are you going to do with it?
Ow! I'll get you for that, Gwydion!
You manage to pluck some fur before he viciously scratches and leaps from your arms. With grim satisfaction, you survey your wounds.
Stupid cat. Whether you know it or not, you just helped me.
This is Manannan's detestable pet.
Wasn't... If ever you turn into a mouse, I'll be waiting.
The root of the mandrake plant has an earthy, bitter smell to it. You shouldn't try making up your own spells. The root of the mandrake plant may be a little poisonous. Didn't you read the warning label? You place... The mortar contains what's possibly the only mandrake root in the land. It doesn't require... You grind the dried mandrake. You carefully remove the mandrake root. You carefully place the mandrake root. You pour 2 spoonfuls of fish oil. You place the cat hair in the bowl. You carefully stir the contents of the bowl. The mixture of fish oil and mandrake root powder has a layer of cat hair on top of it. You dump the oily dough onto the tabletop. You shape the oily dough into the shape of a cookie. It hardens quickly. With trepidation, you prepare to recite the turning another into a cat incantation.
Root of mandrake and fish oil, with cat hair over which I toil, to make a meal worse than the rack from this deceiving little snack.
You wave the magic wand over the cookie. You have just created a cookie that, when eaten, will turn the victim into a cat forever. Some cat hair sticks to your teeth. You purr contentedly, enjoying your new life as a cat. Not the best move, perhaps. You quickly pull the levers in the correct sequence. You carefully replace the cabinet door lock. You can't keep it to your keep it to You can't keep it to, you can't. You pull out. You feel a strange.
Scram!
Thankful. You can't. Don't give it away. You might need it.
Scram!
You can't. There is You can't. You pull out. You feel a
Gideon.
Looks like you were caught red-handed. You pull out. You feel it.
for a big surprise?
You betcha.
It's not safe, all these walks. What with all those humans about?
Then we'd better go in disguise.
Nonsense. If we run into bother, then we'll roar as bears do. For every bear that ever there was will gather there for certain because...
They're ghosts?
What?
You said for every bear that ever there was. Like all the ones that used to be alive?
Mildred, what have you been telling him?
Nothing, George. He just likes ghost stories.
He'll be believing we have picnics next. Anyway, today's the day.
The bears have a picnic?
Just keep walking, Junior.
You can't use. You can't. You can't. Just. You pull. You feel it. You hold it high overhead, but the eagle doesn't pay you any attention. The room is You have always admired this lovely tapestry. It's one of the few bright spots in this dreary house. You can't use.
You'll create no magic around me, Gwydion.
Looks like you were caught red-handed. The porridge conceals the crumbled cookie. It still looks as appetizing as ever.
I am ravenous.
Mananan is impatiently waiting for... You watch, barely able to control a smile from spreading over your face. The wizard chokes on his little snack and clutches his throat. He seems to be turning a somewhat bluish color. As the wizard manages to swallow the tainted, once-hidden cookie, he greedily gulps the remainder of the porridge. You watch, hoping for a sign that the spell will begin its work, but it seems the wizard is unaffected.
Something is wrong. I feel strange.
Really? Maybe you should curl up. Have a cat nap.
What was in that porridge? A cookie?
Ah, the cookie. You know, that reminds me of a poem. Root of mandrake and fish oil, with cat hair over which I toil.
My spell!
Oh, you know that one.
You!
Yes?
You won't get away with this! You'll be sorry, Gwydion!
My name is Alexander.
Furry and furious, the wizard must contend with fleas and furballs. You've had enough to do with that creature.
You won't look so clever once you've been shrunk down to size.
Keeping your voice down inside the wizard's house was something you learned well from an early age.
Change me back immediately!
Sorry, don't know how.
Liar! You won't look so clever. You'll never be a prince. You've been a pauper too long. You won't look so clever. Just wait, you wretched boy. You'll pay for this. Change me back.
Sorry.
Lie. I'll trap you like the rat you are.
Keeping your voice...
Change me back.
Sorry.
Lie. You'll never be a prince. You won't look so... I'll change me.
Sorry.
Lie.
Keeping your voice... The large dining table is made of pine planking. Matching benches run its length on both sides. The table is big enough to seat at least 10 people. You take a moment's respite at the table, then decide you haven't the time. Strange, there's nothing in the painting now. Considering what there is here to see, it adds little conversationally. Consider strange. You need to get closer. Strange. Not much behind, above, or below the painting. Not much. Heavy velvet curtains. You'd rather sleep on a bed of nails. Old habits die hard, don't they? Old habits